Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to all my students of Green Valley Schools, Metric and CBSE. Hope all of you are doing fine. Today, I am going to discuss with you about the unsolved mysteries of science, or in other words, hidden truths of microorganisms, which is still unsolved by the advanced technology, what we say. Example, if we see, we usually concentrate in microorganisms more on bacteria and viruses, that is bacterial disease and viral diseases, because right now also we are seeing that we are nothing in front of these microorganisms, because if we see coronavirus, we are fighting with it, we don't have treatment at all. Even if we see common cold, that is influenza virus, we don't have treatment. Usually if we see the viral history, viral diseases does not have proper treatment at all. Now let us see the hidden mysteries of other microorganisms, other types of microorganisms. We have another three left, that is protozoans, algae, fungi. So let me start about protozoans. Protozoans is a very vast microorganisms. They are abundant. Usually they are single-celled organisms. Example, if you see amoeba, euglena, paramecium, plasmodium, many to name. But today let us talk about amoeba, one of the types of amoeba. The name of this amoeba is Naegleria fowleri. I repeat, Naegleria fowleri, famously or commonly known as brain-eating amoeba. It feeds on human brain. It sounds scary, right? But it's the truth. It feeds on human brain. Let us start this journey of this amoeba. This amoeba, Naegleria fowleri, was discovered long back, around 55 years back, in 1965 in Australia. Usually, this amoeba survives at extreme temperature, but they are found in pools, that is untreated swimming pools, untreated municipal waters, lakes, thermally polluted waters, the waste water which is sent from industries, power plants, and they are like a slow moving water, that is rivers. They can be found everywhere related to water. If we see this amoeba, usually they feed normally on bacteria. They normally feeds on bacteria, but when it enters into human beings, it feeds on the brain. No else are where it will not go anywhere other than brain. Let us see how this happens. Usually this amoeba divides by cell division, but when the conditions are not favorable, they become into inactive cyst forming. Once the conditions are favorable, again they activate and cell division takes place. When the people are doing swimming or diving in water, that's to say in untreated swimming pool or warm lakes, they tend to force the water inside the nose. They tend to force the water inside the nose. And the only way this amoeba enters into human body is through nose. Through nose. Once it enters into the nose, through the way of olfactory nerves are actually the sense nerve cells, like sensing nerve cells. They enter through the olfactory nerves, from there on it goes to brain. This amoeba gets attracted to the chemical produced by a nerve cell. This chemical which is produced by nerve cell is actually used to communicate with the other cells. And this amoeba divides there in the brain, multiplies. Many other amoebas are formed through cell division. It produces proteins which dissolves the brain. The time period for symptom, that is the symptom time period or incubation period, is 2 to 15 days for this amoeba. Usually after that patient will not survive. We have a lot of antibiotics and drugs which kills this amoeba in the lab. But if same antibiotics or same drugs used on the patient, they hardly have a chance to survive, because there is no rapid action test to identify this disease until now. Until now. There is no treatment for this disease until now. The symptoms for this amoeba, if it enters in human beings, is headache, fever, stiff neck, seizures. Seizures means fits, vomiting, and finally the patient goes in coma and then death. And to say we are in advanced world, but until now we have not found any cure against this amoeba that is called as Naegleria fowleri, or it is famously known as brain eating amoeba. If I want to show you the picture of how it looks, just see this. Both are same, both are Naegleria fowleri, both are amoeba. I request all my students, if you are going to swimming pools for swimming, please wear or cover your nose. Please wear anything on your nose or cover your nose so that water will not get inside the nose. Only condition is treated water. Treated swimming pool should be there, means it should be clean, hygienic. Usually the disease caused by this amoeba is rarely found in human beings, but precaution is better than cure. In my next video, you're going to see many other microbes which is still an unsolved mystery for human beings. Thank you. Take care. Khuda Hafiz.